Woo! Oh my gosh, guys. Like, you see, it took me like a couple seconds to just be like, woo, and to start. That's what I feel like lately. I'm gonna tell you. I want to say this again for the people that are emailing me through my website. Please email me at my email address directly. Like if you email me and you try to order something from me, just email me at my email address directly at butterfly the number 2 light light 11 the number 11 at gmail.com, because it's something wrong. It's something going on with my site, and I went to try to go fix it the last couple of days, but yeah, I'll get it together. um like, if especially if any of you guys email me during the times that you were looking for any offers or deals I was doing, then it's cool. Just I'll let you keep those offers, because I think it's only fair. um I just want to say a couple things before, I really get into where I'm going with my video. I just wanted to say that, like, I just been having a lot of work on my plate, and it's good, but at the same time, it's just like a lot. And oh, I got a text message, and so I got a lot of strategizing that I have to do, and like I'm looking forward to it. Because I really am gonna tell you guys, like, I've said this before, but I've really got a major change coming in January, and I will still be doing things online on the internet. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. I won't be doing readings, I don't think, in January. You'll still be able to get readings from me though, okay? But they're not gonna be on YouTube, okay? It's because I'm going ahead into another direction, like my real true calling. And you guys, I'm not gonna tell that, because gosh, I'm telling you, you got people like on YouTube that rips off your ideas and just like everything, right? I mean, I some people just took my whole personality. Can't even do that. But I'm saying, I mean, it's one thing, like, copy the information, but don't copy my personality, like, you know. But it can't be duplicated. But I will say this at the same time, though, on a positive note, I'm glad that I can be of inspiration to people. And then I want to go on to say, yeah, so I'm not going to disclose what I'm doing, but you will find out come next year. But it's just a lot of stuff I have to do to prepare for that. So I'm trying to get myself to January. If it's not, because I'm an entrepreneur, so what I'm saying, like, if let's say January comes and then I still got to make that money, you know what I'm saying, then that's what I'm gonna do. But we'll see. All right, with that being said, let me get back into the main point of my video. So guys, let's talk about, like, a little bit about this new earth, and like where we're headed with things and what's going on right now, because I think it's extremely important to be self-aware, if you want to say that, about what's going on. um I really feel like the way the universal energies are playing out, certain planetary alignments, and where we're finding ourselves at these times, it's one of those situations or places to where it's like, wow, I'm really alive. What a time to be alive, and like, screw me, I'm alive. Doesn't it feel like that? And I feel like it's because the universal energies is causing us to go through massive change, through turmoil, uprooting, um, unpredictability, not really being able to find security, right? because it's really saying like you're not going to be able to find security in the same places that you did before, like we once did before, in a once upon a time. It's a story now, it's history. Not going to be able to do that. And it's a good thing, it's a beautiful thing, even though a lot of people may find it somewhat strenuous, hard, heartbreaking, just tumultuous, just tumultuous, right? And feeling like, why me, God? And how do I know? Because that's the way I found myself feeling for a while. Until one day I decided, like, okay, I'm really going to look at what it's been shown to me. And there's no more why is me, God. Like, I promise you, if anybody along at this time, and I'm gonna put my hands up for like an oath or something, or just a swear on my life. Like, if anybody is acting like at this point in time where we're at in the world, like they have everything all together, or you're enviously looking at others like they have it all together, I call bull crap on it. It ain't true. They don't. Me, you know what I'm saying? I just am a little bit more authentic about what I do. Like, when I talk about, like, I don't really, this is my thing. I read people for, you know what I'm saying, for a living. God's sake, like, I know all too well that really there's no way that you can necessarily lie to people or hide things from people, or be like, okay, well, like, enough about myself, or okay, this is my business or whatever, and you're prying. Because I know better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know better than that. And I know for myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that, okay, but with that being said, I think that is when you're reading people, though, like, let's say you're taking actual cards reading people, you can, if you don't really know what it's standing for, like, you can think somebody's in mental anguish or just upset or whatever, but you don't really know what area it is in their life, or you don't even know why, or you don't know what's really going on. It could be a little bit more harder for you to pinpoint, but overall, you know, it could be from little bumps and nicks and crannies all the way to like hardcore events going on, and if you could read it off of people, you can read it off of people. It just depends on your gifts or your skills or how in tune you are, so. But I know for me lately, like, I've been like breaking my brain trying to figure out, like, how am I gonna get stuff in order, like what's to come next. And even though it's about living in the moment, like, sometimes I struggle with trying to figure out what's to come next, but I always get it under control. I think that at the end of the day, that's what it's about when we're dealing with this new energy, is about understanding, like, okay, we're not going to be masters at this off top. Like, this takes work. You know what I'm saying? It takes work and it takes experience sometimes. And to be honest, this is a part of the new direction I'm going in. Okay. Just a side note. But it takes work because it's no longer safe for, us to just be okay with stuff. Like, oh, they're blowing up people, you know what I'm saying, like in the Middle East or whatever. And okay, no, it's okay because it's not going on where we're at. It's no longer the time to just, and that, I just use that for an example, but really that is even dealing in relationships, it's dealing in work, finances, everything, every part of your life, or our lives anyways. It's no longer a time where you just sit around and just things are just okay. Like, have you noticed that? Even if they are, because see, me, I'm the type of person to where I'm gonna be good either way. it doesn't matter what's going on with me. So, you don't even got to worry about me about that. I'm going to be good either way. You know what I'm saying? I'm a human being. I'm in human form. Things going to come up for me. And as a matter of fact, I don't try to escape from those things, Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to imagine myself living in a world where you don't really say how you feel. I think that's what we've been doing all the time. Like, you don't really say how you feel, and like nothing ever gets to you. I think that would be a peaceful world, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I think it'll be boring. Like, perfect, I feel like is boring. I feel like we don't exist when we're perfect. Think about cancer. When cancer is perfect at a perfect level in your body, you die. Okay? When we're perfect in everything and all that we do, there's no need for us to exist any longer. So I don't imagine us going to a world where everything is perfect. I imagine us going to a new way of being to where, people think, or even if you're gonna feel, you know what I'm saying? If you're like a feeler, even if you're a thinker, it doesn't matter. More before they just do action. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody gets you mad enough that you just feel like you about to pop off and kill them, because you don't look like me, you don't act like me, and you all these judgments because you do this, this, and this. And then you don't understand that if you turn around, somebody else somewhere in the world is looking at you like, okay, well, you do this, this, and this. Like, for real. You like women, for real. Women judge each other all the time. Like, you can be like, okay, well, sitting up here with your turtleneck buttoned up real high, or your collar shirt. Did I say turtleneck buttoned up? Your collar shirt buttoned up real high, your turtleneck's up, skirts down to your past your ankles. You remember them jean skirts? I don't know if any of y'all remember, like, back in the day when the women, like, I don't want to say church women, but I was raised in a church, and I used to see like a lot of church women. They wear their skirts down to their ankles. I guess they were afraid to entice other men or something like that. That was just their belief system, because in some parts of the world, their women go around topless, and the men are not just hopping all over them, because it's just not looked at the same. So I just want to put that out there. But you're sitting up there and you're judging like, okay, well, she looks like a skank, and she looks like this, she looks like that. She has no taste, she has no class. Oh my gosh. Because she doesn't wear her shirt buttoned all the way up to her neck, nor her skirts down to her ankle. But then someone else in another part of the world is judging you because they're like, well, look at this whore. Like, she doesn't cover her face, and her skirt is down to her ankle, but I can still see her ankles. That's very enticing to a man. Like, and I'm not knocking anybody's culture or anything. I just present the facts, people. And I just want to say, or beliefs. I just want to say, okay, when God created women, all right, in all the beauty that we can behold, why were we created in the form that we are created in, if it's a sin before God? Have you ever thought about that? Because you're going to entice a man because he can't control himself. And you know what? That is something I can't deal with. I cannot deal with. The reason why I can't deal with it, and it has nothing to do with being a feminist. I can't, because I've always been this way since I was a kid. Every time, like, if it was something, yes, you betcha. For all you people that's gonna think, okay, well, she's a feminist, or she wants to do everything a man can do. No, just relax. I just used to always be like, okay, really? So you can look at women objectively, like, just in a lustful manner all the time. And yes, you can call it human nature, but I just think it's a lower level of human nature. You can raise that vibration up and not think or look at women like that. You know what I'm saying? You can, I can't explain it, but you know what I'm saying. But it's like, but yet we can't admire men. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I was out last night, and it was like we were dressing in Halloween costumes and everything. There was these 3 men that came as like these muscle builder guys or whatever, and they were shirtless, and they had worked out. You know, they was working out, lifting weights, I guess, because it looked like it. You know what I'm saying? And like, I noticed it. I didn't do anything, but I noticed it, and I was like, okay. I'm saying this to say that women, we admire beauty and looks and all that too. Like, the reason why we may not look at it on the same level is because a lot of times we're more emotionally in tune with people, but that don't mean that men can't be emotionally in tune. Men just cut their emotions off or hide from them because they feel like it's not right for them to deal with it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can, as a female, I can swap from feminine to masculine very easy. So I just don't follow those, and that's another thing. Okay, in where we're going, there's no real, and I think that this is okay for everybody that's having these relationship issues, to where you're like, I don't really know what to do. I don't really know what to do. It's difficult because, see, we're trying to hold on a lot of times to the old way we used to do things. You know what I'm saying? But it's no longer, we can no longer do that anymore. So it's like, with us still trying to hold on, it's like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, what's my role? And you don't understand that you get to invent your roles. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be one way anymore. Like, at all. And the more we try to fit a certain role into like a certain relationship in the way it looks, the more it goes downhill. Now, I would have to say this, depending on the birth chart that you're comparing between you and another person, can help facilitate a little more of the traditional way of doing things. But for the most part, the energy, though, outside of you guys, the universal energy is not supportive of that. And you get a struggle or a tug of war because you don't know which part to play. Because sometimes you're like, well, am I supposed to be like, as a feminine energy or the female? You're like, well, am I supposed to be like pursuing this, or am I supposed to sit back and let everything come to me? And then the man, he's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to pursue her, or am I supposed to sit back? Like, I don't know what to do. And then you'll be trying to like figure out the role, and then you'll try to snap back into reality and just be like, okay, I'm trying to go back to the old way of doing things. You can't do that, because you're willing to bet, like, if you're incarnated, and especially if you're incarnated to do a certain mission, you may find yourself falling in love with someone that you would have never, you would have been like, okay, really? So you incarnate, I did this, I signed up to incarnate myself here upon this earth to be in love with you? Like, come on. To do this work? To get no validation? Like, I signed up for this? I had to be a pretty strong character. You know what I'm saying? I had to be pretty strong, because most of the time when you're doing stuff like that, then you got to take upon consideration that a lot of other people are not going to understand it. And you got to not care about that. Whenever you get to a place where you don't care, you're just doing things, and your intentions are not any kind of way towards anybody, you're in a very good place. Okay? That's easier said than done. But yeah, it's like, it's with this energy, it's just hard to find like a particular spot to be in and just sit there, because you can't. It almost seem like every day, from day to day, stuff pops up to where you're like, what the heck on it? Where did this come from? Really? And it's just really teaching us that we got to break down like these old ways. And you know what the thing about it is, what I really found out, like, I knew this, but I really found out in the past couple of years, that the universe has no pity. Okay? None. Niched. Nilch. Because I was trying to speak German. Nicht. Wie heißen Sie? Wie heißen du? Wie heißt du? But nothing, no type of pity, remorse, nothing at any given time. And I've learned like so much, like I cannot have pity on myself, because once I start pitying myself, then everything follows. Everything follows in the pity form. And it doesn't, because like when it starts blowing, like whatever you signed up for, whatever you're dealt, the cards you're dealt, like in this lifetime or whatever, whenever it starts being dealt, whenever it starts hitting the fan and you got to take it, it don't feel nice. It feels uncomfortable. It don't feel good at all. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? We have to be broke down. We have to be broke down to like our bare minimum in order to rise back up again, in order to see the light. So that's a lot of what's going on, just completely being broken down and just like without mercy. And I just want you guys to understand that this is what you're dealing with. Now, yes, I skip around a lot, like when I'm talking, because I have some things I'm working on. So this is just, I'm just giving out random advice, really. What do you do? What can you do in times where this energy is hitting you and you just don't really know what else to do? I think that, and I will always say this, I think it's very good to be clear on who you are as an individual. 100 on 100, you know what I'm saying? 100% clear on who you are. Because if not, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a very hard time. That's why it's important to know these things, to find these things out. 2, don't place security into anything outside of yourself. Like, you should be able to seek that security from within. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's true. Like, if you lost everything, and I said this before, you have to put yourself in a position of where if you lost everything, are you going to crumble? Or are you going to still make it and withstand that and just realize like, okay, well, this is part of life. Like, that brings me to detachment. This is the hardest one. Because when it comes to like what we identify ourselves with according to like what we have and what we don't have, that has to go. You got to let that go. You got to know who you are and what your worth is when you don't have nothing and when you have the most that you can have. Like when people are treating you like you are nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like you aren't worth their time, like their energy, their money, their validations, like they're even one, when you're worth nothing to them and you know you got the world to offer, you got to know that. You see what I'm saying? That's where it comes with knowing yourself from. You have to know that because you have to know who you are. You have to know your worth. And you have to validate yourself. That's where you find security. Because like with all those fellows, you can sit back and you put your hands behind your neck and you lay back and you be like, shh, I got myself. You know what I'm saying? I got these 2 hands. I got these fingers. I got these feet. I got these legs, these arms. I got this mouth. I got these eyes and these ears. What can I make happen with this? With what I got? I got these Orbeez. My daughter's Orbeez. What can I do with them Orbeez? Okay, I can make a video about Orbeez. And you think that's funny? Trust me. Like, the kids, they be... My niece, she be clicking on these little videos about Orbeez. And they be getting like 1 million hits. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Say what I mean? Somebody created that. What you gonna do with them? That's the way I feel. So it's very important. Like, you have to find that stability within yourself. You have to find that your own self-value, because it doesn't matter what happens, you know what I'm saying, around you. You got to be able to be good with it. And that's what the universe is doing to us. That's what they doing, baby. You know what I'm saying? And that's easier said than done. It's something that you have to practice every day. Every day. And it doesn't have to be something big. Small. It can be very small, but you have to practice it every day. Like, you have to find that strength within yourself. When you feel like you have nobody else to lean on. Like, when you just feel like you just want to, oh my gosh, like, why I gotta reach out to somebody. I gotta do something. I have to do something. You come back within yourself and you find that strength. And then some people are at that point where they work with themselves enough to where they have that strength, and then some people have to find that strength within themselves. So, and that's understandable. Like, all compassion in your direction, because I've been there, and I'm telling you, and I'm sounding like that because I'm telling you, I feel it in my heart, and it is hard. It is hard, okay? But you can't let that phase you. You can't let these things phase you. So I'm going to stop there. Feel free to email me at butterfly2light11@gmail.com. Check out my website at www.divineinfinity.org, and keep watching because I'm not through and I got more for you. Peace.